Okay, let's get started. I'm William Clouston, party lead with SDP, here to open up for Patrick. And welcome everyone. I know some of the party members have come quite a long way. Welcome to everyone, including with us. So my job, I'd like to just start by asking, how do we get here? What's the links to the original 81 SDP? And how do we end up in this room with the resurgent SDP? And the simple way to look at it is that there are three phases of the SDP. The original, which is the Gang of Four, the Owenite stage, and then the enduring SDP, which is the SDP we have now. I was an active member of every single phase of the party. We had a few members that were members right back to 81, small number. So the 81, everyone knows about that, the Gang of Four. The SDP had the biggest impact in terms of trying to break the two-party system in this country. In British political history, this party is responsible for the biggest attempt to undo that. We're still waiting for that to happen, so there's job still to do. 83 election, we secured 25.5% of the vote, which is the largest vote for a third party of any third party since 1923. Didn't do so well in 87, and then we came to a fork in the road. It was very important actually to understand what happened because our heritage, this party's heritage, is linked to that. And the fork occurred when pressure occurred to try and merge the two parties, the Liberal Party and the SDP, that were in an alliance. And that's when you had to decide whether you were a Social Democrat or a Liberal. And we're Social Democrats, we're not Liberals. And we took the right decision, the 42% of us that stuck with Owen's party, and so soldiered on with that for another 3 years. With some interesting results, some successes as well as not so much. At the end of that period, 1990, Owen leaves the field, and effectively the party gets kicked to the grassroots at that stage. It gets put back into the branches, the regional branches, some of which were quite strong, and it's that party that is now seeing a resurgence. So in that period we had thousands of members up and down the country, some quite interesting regional groups in East Yorkshire with strong councillor representation. But most importantly as well, we decided in the Owenite stage to be Eurosceptic. It was the Scarborough conference in 89. And I spoke at a London Leavers who had recently mentioned that we're the oldest surviving Eurosceptic party. And at the end of the meeting, someone from the Communist Party of Britain, brackets Marxist-Leninist branch, said, "You're not, we are." Maybe they're right in that, I don't know, probably are. But anyway, Euroscepticism goes all the way back, probably 30 years plus of Euroscepticism in this party. So that's where we are. The resurgence has happened quite recently. Party membership was quite low at the start of last year. A few of us got together and said, well, what can we do to boost that? And we arrived at a strategy of, well, it's a two-fold strategy: get clear and get known. Now, getting clear was absolutely vital, because centrism is a very vague concept, and if it weren't, you could have Vince Cable here today, or Emmanuel Macron, or Tony Blair, and many other people that say they're centrists. But our type of centrism is a different type of centrism. It's red and blue politics, very, very different from liberalism, and it's distinct. So to get absolutely clear about it, we produced something which should be on every chair, the new declaration. And it was a very important document to be clear. The purpose really is to convene those that agree with it, and there are many, there are probably, well, certainly millions of the general public that are on side with the basic ideas, but also to dissuade those from joining us who don't agree with it. I'd like to just read a couple of sections from it, very key sections. So in the democracy section, we consider the nation state to be the upper limit of democracy. Along with the family, we regard it as indispensable to the solidarity of our society and concern for our fellow citizens. So nation-state democrats, I'd start there with this party. Following on from that, we consider the progressive desire for people to shed their national identities and unite in a pan-European or universal civilization to be a recipe for conflict and hopelessly utopian. Another key part of the New Declaration is the social market idea, which again is, in terms of economics, is the cornerstone of SDP thinking, and it remains so. It's not changed at all. And that is the basic idea that the public sector and private sector can beneficially coexist within a balanced programme, and that the public sector and private sectors are complementary rather than opponents. They're not opponents, you need both for a successful society. And there are other sections on community and family and so on, and I urge you to read it. It's been very well received. Giles Fraser described it as the most interesting thing to emerge in British politics for a long while. We're very happy that he joined the party. David Goodhart said most centre parties are replicas of the old double liberalism that's been rejected. Revival of David Owen's old SDP looks like a real alternative. Sir Paul Marshall described, talking about the New Declaration, said it beats the Limehouse Declaration, which meant a lot to us because he was actually an SDP candidate in the 80s. Toby Young has described the SDP as alt-centre. I'm not sure we're that happy with that, but that's how he described us. And Rob Little was so happy that he joined the party, and we've had big boosts in membership. Obviously, when Patrick joined us last year, we had a colossal boost, and in fact, for us, it was a turning point. That was a turning point. Membership grew rapidly. We had an MEP, which was fun because we had one MEP and the Liberal Democrats had one as well. So we sort of caught up with them on that. And since then, basically, we've gone from strength to strength. So the party is going places, but it's on a very, very strong philosophical foundation. We believe there is a hidden majority. There is a hidden majority for red and blue politics, and we mean to unlock it. And importantly, there is no other entity that is in a position or intends to unlock it politically with us. There's lots of think tanks, lots of groups inside other parties that have no chance of getting their agenda across, but this party is here to actually unlock it, and you unlock it by contesting elections. So I'm going to hand over to Pat.